You know what you are?
She's a big dreamer.
You're lazy
She dreams huge.
and a coward.
She's the best partner I've ever had, Mrs. Elena Cardone.
Thank you so much. I am here today sharing my life with you for one reason. Grant and I want to help you build your empire. Anyone can do this. It isn't just for the designated few or the lucky or the blessed or for the chosen ones. Empires are for anyone willing to create them. I am exposing our lives so that you can see what has worked and what hasn't worked in order for you to help you achieve your goals faster than it took us. So that you can fast track the building of your empire. By the way, you already have an empire, whether you know it or not. You already have an empire. The question is, how big is it? Or how small? How vast? How much of a difference is it making? Despite what you see here today, we both grew up from humble beginnings in the Deep South. Grant being from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I'm from New Orleans. Yet these two small-time Louisiana folks hooked up, and in working together, we figured a few things out. By getting rid of some old ideas and concepts, we were able to grow and amass a colossal empire that we plan on having as our legacy long after we are gone. The first thing I want to make you aware of is that you are either building your empire or you are destroying it. You are either creating the empire of your true potential, or you are destroying the greatness within you, leaving you to never know what could have been. There is nothing in between. Building or destroying. With every decision that you make, creating or destroying. You can't build all day at work and come home and destroy it and expect to get where you want to go. You are building an empire. That's a massive target. An empire. Who even has the audacity to think that big? You do. But you can no longer afford to play small, to think think small or to act small. It is beneath you. It is beneath your power. It is a complete degrade to who you are and who and what you are truly capable of. You have got to work together. Do you know about these amazing animals called the Clydesdales? They're the Clydesdale horses. You know, they're the really big, huge, spectacular horses that Budweiser uses in their commercials. You know those ones? They've been used throughout history for their strength. They're the workhorse. Well, one Clydesdale can pull 8,000 pounds alone. The beast. 2 Clydesdales harnessed side by side can pull 24,000 pounds. That's 3 times what they could do alone. Now, if that wasn't a lesson alone in teamwork, get this. If 2 Clydesdale horses are trained and have worked together before, those same 2 horses can pull 32,000 pounds, which is 4 times heavier than they could pull alone. That's 4x. Is that amazing? Or is it just me? Two horses trained and working together are 4x, and they're just horses. I don't know. Call me crazy. But something tells me these horses aren't fighting about petty things that the humans fight about. Can you imagine Clyde? Let's just call him Clyde. Clyde the horse comes home and Dale says to Clyde, "Why have you been working so much?" And Clyde says, "Well, I'm a workhorse. Kind of thought that's what I do." And Dale says, "Well, why don't you ever give me any attention? All you're interested in are those damn Budweiser commercials. You spend all year planning on the damn Super Bowl ads, and you forgot our anniversary." Humans argue about such petty things. Horses, they just get the job done. But seriously, the powerful lesson these horses teach us involves not only teamwork, but coordinated and trained collaboration. But unlike the Clydesdale, as impressive as they are, you and I can multiply the power of each other's efforts without having to physically be in the same harness. And because we are not Clydesdale horses, we are not limited to 4x. But you do have to be on the same page. And you must have the same purpose. Or you will spend your time destroying your empire, fighting over petty things. And this goes not only for your romantic relationship, but also for your business relationships. Your purpose has to be so big and so compelling that you are willing to trade in your petty, tit-for-tat games for something bigger. You all know the tit-for-tat games I'm talking about. It bores me to even mention it, but you know the ones. You always do this. Oh, well, you always do that. And it goes on and back and forth until it's a full-blown war at your home. For what? You are going to war with your partner because you are thinking and playing too small. You become each other's enemies instead of coordinating and working together. You guys know what I'm talking about? It can't just be me, right? You know what I'm talking about? Your partner is not your enemy. The tit-for-tat games, the fault-finding, the jealousies that you fight about has to end. And it ends when you decide it ends, not your partner. You. Save all of that for the real enemies. And believe me, there will be. It takes purpose and discipline to build an empire. Practice restraint. You fight over petty things. Your partner liking a hot girl or guy's picture on social media? Really? Who even has time for this? If you're with the one you trust, then why would you concern yourself with this? And if you're not with the one you trust, then why are you with him or her? Find the one you trust and build an empire. Find the one you trust and build an empire. First 5 years of our relationship, I wasted so much time. I should have been building an empire. Instead, I fought over the most normal, everyday, mundane affairs. Look, I have never stopped Grant from working. I have always been very good about that. I have never asked him to come home early from work to be with me. I have never complained if he was late or had to travel, ever. But I fought him over his recreational time. I wanted it all. But the guy would work 14 hours, and then when he came home, all he would want to do is play video games. Ladies, do you know what I'm talking about? Xbox over me? Played so much Xbox, he gambled and lost our SUV playing with his brother. Thank God it wasn't the Rolls. But seriously, why did it bother me so much? I didn't have my own personal goals, massive goals at that time, nor did I have our purpose as a couple. When you don't have your personal goals or your purpose, you will get bored in life, in your career, and especially in your marriage. I was bored, and I looked to Grant to make me happy. I wanted his attention to entertain my boredom, to fill a void that I wasn't fulfilling myself. That is not fair to do to someone. They will never be able to fill that void. You will always find something else wrong. All right? It can't just be me. In the beginning of our marriage, I had all these preconceived ideas about the way things were supposed to be. And frankly, they were all very normal thoughts. But normal doesn't get you empires. I thought newlyweds, it's supposed to be this fairy tale, romantic, crazy, wild, dying to be with each other at all times. 24/7, 365. Can anyone relate? I soon found out it's not like that in my relationship. I had to let go of these fairy tale concepts that kept me small and figure out how to work with my partner in a coordinated effort in order to create true greatness. I had to become an asset to myself and to us. I had to figure out how I could contribute more instead of wanting more. It wasn't until the economic collapse occurred and our everyday lives were about to be destroyed that I figured out we had to be on the same team in order to survive. It was that instance that I figured out how to focus on our goals and began to actually build an empire and left the normal world behind.